everybody. Good Friday morning here, Longshore and McKnight together, as you can see, at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where price sells cars. Barry, I'm looking at the calendar. We have flipped it. May the 1st, and incredible deals the month of May here at Stivers.
What do you think May means? What do you think the first day of the month, of really the first day of summer, really means in the car buying business? I know. I've got a calendar. I've got a calendar on my phone. I got a calendar on my laptop. I got a calendar on my watch. But in the world of this guy, back in school, May meant that it was summer.
Yes.
I know what the calendar is. Next week, where I work, is graduate. No, next week is finals. Finals start this week.
Yep.
Next week is graduation. Same thing in high school. You're thinking,
yeah,
man, it's summer. I don't,
it's awesome.
Starting a little bit early. I've got, let's see. All right, we'll go down to we go down to Orange Beach this year. Golly, we may go to Panama City. That's what we're thinking. And let me tell you, that's what your kids are thinking about. That's probably what you're thinking about right now. And you don't need to go down there and make all these summer travel plans, vacation plans in that same old tired vehicle that you've had for many years. Get you something new for summer.
Yeah, you're right about that, Barry. And here at Stivers in Montgomery, Stivers Ford, Lincoln, the incredible deals continue in the month of May. Explorers up to $13,000 off, as low as $33,990. Broncos up to $12,000 off, as low as $33,990. Expeditions up to $10,000 off. Broncos Sports up to $9,000 off MSRP, as low as $25,990. And of course, the F-150s, America's best-selling truck for 50 years in a row. Get F-150s at up to $18,000 off for 0% APR for 66 months. Also, the F-150 Lightnings up to $16,000 off for 0% for 75 months. Just a few of the many great deals going on right here, right now at Stivers in the month of May. We're in the showroom. There's a Bronco right in front of us. So you might have to get around with your phone today, Barry.
Look at this. Look at this behind us. Check out the screen. The ultimate Bronco experience, ultimate Bronco owner experience. Right. They mean it.
So how would you describe the color of that Bronco that we're looking at? There again, we might have to get you out on your phone today if we can, and let you show our viewers what we're at. Is that taupe? It's kind of a lightish brownish gray.
It's chocolate.
Chocolate, yes.
Or cocoa.
Cocoa.
Or something like
I like that.
Yes.
It's a good look, and that would look good in the outdoors. Maybe, driving off-road a little bit. Man, that thing looks awesome. Just one of the many great deals going on here at Stivers. We invite you to come see our friends here. Now, as we've been telling you, there's some construction going on here. You'll see it as you come up to the dealership. But it's not going to disrupt your buying experience. As a matter of fact, there's really no construction going on here at the Stivers Ford location, but there is some construction right adjacent to it, but it won't bother you. It'll be seamless. So come out and see our friends here. May is a great time to get it kicked off here. And Barry, speaking of May, it's a good month, new month, flipping the calendar over, which is good for the Braves since they ended April on a loss.
Yeah.
And they can start May on a new, the good foot, as you call it.
They lose yesterday for the first time in a while. Tigers beat the Braves last night, 5-2 in Atlanta. It's unconscionable. The Braves drop to 22-10.
Yeah, 22-10.
Which is, again, the best record in the National League. And heck, even with the losses, still the best record in Major League Baseball. But again, you're thinking along some lines, 22-10?
Well,
isn't that DeBoer's record? I mean,
think it is,
how can you lose?
I think it is actually.
How can you lose 10 games out of your first 32? I mean, your winning percentage is .688. That got Bill Curry fired.
Yeah.
That's the problem John has got. Wait a minute. You're beating your chest over 22 wins and 10 losses? 10 losses?
Well,
How
Barry,
do
you got to
celebrate that
a little deeper. And once again, it just shows the power of this program. Longshore McKnight, presented by Bud Light and Stivers Automotive, along with our good friends at YellowHammerNews.com.
You got to go through the whole thing.
You do. It's like a NASCAR driver. I heard a national show yesterday talking about baseball. And no, I immediately did not change the channel because I kind of saw where they were going here.
You're being held hostage or something? Were you being carjacked?
And I don't want to quote them verbatim, but basically what they said was, statistically, the Braves have played the weakest schedule through the first 32 games or however many games they've played in the baseball season. And I went, thank you. Appreciate it. You don't have to
use that.
You don't have to use credit. You don't have to give me credit. That's okay. Believe me, in 30 years, a lot of people have bogarted off stuff I've said. But I thought, it's just, it's a pleasant feeling knowing other people see it the way I do.
Well,
and they going through who they've played and what these teams' records are. And they did mention that, the Dodgers are coming up. So are the Padres and some of these other Cubs. But they did point out that the Braves, a little weaker than everybody else so far to this point.
I'm looking at the standings.
All right.
Braves are 22-10, 688 winning percentage, 7-3 in their last 10. Just like 7-3.
7-3.
God.
Woo.
Best record of John says best record of all time in May for the Braves. Well, they haven't even started Braves. May. Daniel says the best start in Braves history. John's like 10 losses though. I'm looking here at the standings. It says Braves first place National League East. I do not see an asterisk. I do not see one. They are flat out leading. There's no column in the standings. There's a column for wins. There's a column for losses. There's a column for game ahead. There's a column for win percentage. There's not a column that says weakest schedule in Major League Baseball up to this point. There's not enough room for a column.
Barry, that's what people like me are for.
To rain on parade.
Yeah, I mean, that's
urinate in your cereal.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, all this little giddiness and happiness. And look, I don't want to dilute the feeling that the Braves nation is having because it's been tough, Barry. I mean, well as anybody, they lead you down this primrose path. You're getting all excited. Boom. Get in the playoffs. And I really feel bad for Braves fans because they go this long, hot summer, getting all worked up.
Winning.
They're watching it on Braves Vision or however you watch these games these days. And then, boom, this happens. So, there again, lose last night or yesterday. I think it was a getaway game. But they start today, fresh, in May, against who they got today?
The Rockies. In Denver.
Oh,
they got to play them. I mean, everybody's got to play the Rockies. So everybody's got to play the Marlins.
If the Rockies win tonight, here's what you're going to hear. Altitude got them. They have not adjusted to the altitude yet. You hear that a lot. But, okay, Braves, that's enough. Barry, I want you to check this out today. This is absolutely unbelievable. I had to double check when I saw this last night. Can you pull up the box score for last night's New York Knicks Atlanta Hawk game? And if you have not seen it, you will be as surprised as I was watching it live last night.
I have not. Not the whole thing, certainly.
No, but it was on.
It was in Atlanta, we have determined, and I
true.
remembered as well that the arena in Atlanta is no longer Phillips Arena.
That's
it's
right.
State Farm.
Correct.
Arena. Okay, I'm looking at it.
Does the quarter-by-quarter box score?
Let's see.
Just you look at that and you're kind of going, "Wait a minute, what happened here?"
All right.
And what's even more hard to believe is when you get to that box score,
all right,
quarter by quarter. I'm going to tell you at one point in time in the first quarter, and it wasn't 2-0. The Atlanta Hawks were leading this game in the first quarter by like 15-7.
There's no way. All right. I'm looking at the box score. First of all, this was the Phantoms daily.
No,
call.
it was not. No. We're going to get to that later. That's why I brought it up.
All right, hang on. The latest.
It was the T-Wolves Nuggets game.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. For some reason, that's on the top of my screen with the finals. It was on the bottom of my screen in terms of timing. Anyway, the Knicks win in Atlanta. The Hawks season is done. The Knicks beat the Hawks. Again, the Hawks with their season on the line.
That's right.
They get beat by 51. 51. New York led in the first quarter in Atlanta 40-15. They led at halftime. 83-36.
Yeah.
83-36 at halftime. 83-36.
I wonder what the halftime line was in that game.
Well, if it was 47, you pushed.
Yeah. So the missus and I were heading out to dinner. We had a rare night where we didn't have two teenage boys going, "What's for dinner?" Wow, which was nice. So the missus and I headed out to dinner, and it popped up on my screen. Serious screen, they had the game on, and I looked at it because the score comes up on the screen. Right. I went, "There's no way. We're still in the second quarter. The Hawks are down 50 in the second quarter."
They at one point, again, what did I say it was at halftime? 83-36.
Yeah.
The Knicks would lead by 61 at one point. It's the sixth largest margin in NBA playoff history. Somebody's lost a game in the playoffs worse than that.
So, Barry, as I mentioned, the Hawks were leading this game at one point in time, not 2-0, but somewhere like 15-7 or 13-8 or something like that. And the Knicks went on like a 40-point run. It's just unbelievable.
Oh, I got to look at that. See, I'm looking at. I'm trying to find like this box score that I get at the end of a game that has largest lead, largest run. It's a PDF. I don't see it. But
who's the guy that has to do those stats? Largest lead, largest run.
It's all computerized. Yeah.
But
largest lead was 61. The Hawks led by as many as 4.
Okay. So it was like 13-9. Maybe that was what I saw. 13-9.
I want largest run.
Yeah.
In that game.
I've seen a lot of NBA games, Barry. I've never seen one quite like that.
Oh. Did they even care?
There again, when I got to the restaurant, the game was on. I'm casually kind of looking at it.
There were 5 technical fouls, so somebody wasn't happy about something somewhere.
I can. A game like that, Barry, if I'd have been playing, I'd have probably thrown a couple of cheap shots. You're getting beat by 50. Well, who cares? Just go ahead and elbow somebody. Go ahead and cheap shot them.
This is fascinating to me.
I thought you would.
Here it is.
Yeah, all right.
47-point halftime lead, 83-36, powered by a 43-6 run. 4 minutes into the game, the Hawks led 11-9, 18,000 fans settled in. It was a 11-9 lead. They as late as 4 minutes in.
Okay.
And then after that, counting the second quarter too, 43-6.
How does that happen in an NBA game? I mean, there's no way you can only score 6 points in that amount of time.
And they score 43.
And it isn't like, they play a lot of defense in the NBA. Now, I will say when they get to the playoffs,
47-point halftime lead is the largest halftime lead in NBA playoff history.
Well,
9-5 lead through 3 minutes officially.
I find that just amazing. Amazing.
If-
And I'm trying to equate it to, obviously, I guess in football, you know, you had that Buffalo-Houston game years ago. I think it was Houston came back and won the game down by like 30-something.
Oh, yeah, the Oilers. Frank Reich was the quarterback.
Yeah, you know, that was amazing. I'm sure you can tell me some baseball games that, you know, team jumped out to a 10-0 lead or something and ended up losing the game. I'm sure that's probably happened at some point in time in Major League Baseball. But this one was just incredible. And there again, it was on, so I was kind of glancing and thinking, are they going to make a run? Are they going to try to come back?
Come back.
It just didn't happen.
Well,
But I don't want to devote too much time to the NBA, Barry, because in about an hour, we're going to get back into the NBA.
probably with a lengthier segment than this one was right here, as it turns out. Last night, college baseball did get off to a start. Alabama hosted Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And Alabama won it with a homer in the bottom of the ninth by their Australian catcher named John Lim. He got picked off on a hidden ball trick.
Wait a minute, what?
You know, when you throw to the first baseman or the second baseman or whatever, and you're on the bag and you're thinking, okay, I got it. And they fake throwing it back to the pitcher, and he say, okay, first base coach ain't paying attention. They tagged him out. That's embarrassing. But he hit a homer in the bottom of the ninth to win it. Vanderbilt loses.
Only thought that
Alabama
happened.
wins. Talking about the comeback player of the year. He's a comeback player of the year in one game.
Barry, I thought that only happened in baseball movies. I mean, that actually really happened.
Oh, yeah, it happens
Huh.
more often than you would think. Anyway,
So, also, Barry, don't forget, because it's been sent to me via the River Region Straw VIP text line. Tough night for the Lady Alp softball team, I hear. Ooh, tough.
okay.
Yeah. Just to throw it out there. Since we're talking sports that happen on the base paths. You want me to give you the rundown?
I just want to see what it looks like here.
Softball, LSU 3, Auburn 0. Lady Alps fall to 25-25, 4-18 in the league.
Yes, they had a better record when they were under the. Oh no, guys, come on, have a little savoir, have a little class.
It's that time
here.
of year, Barry. It's that time of year.
Coming back more in just a moment. We are live at Stivers Ford Lincoln on the Eastern Boulevard at the Troy Highway. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Hey, you want your property looking its very best this spring and summer, and River Region Straw has premium long needle pine straw to make that property pop. You're not buying sticks, stems, or pine cones. You're buying premium long needle pine straw from River Region Straw. Kenny and his staff have access to the best pine straw in the region, full of color that will last all season long. And now River Region Straw has a fourth location in Chelsea on Highway 280 to go along with their locations here in Montgomery, Prattville, and Auburn. No order is too big or too small, from a few bales to an 18-wheeler trailer load. To get your River Region Straw, drop by any of their 4 locations or give Kenny a call or text today, 669-5959. That's 669-5959, and have the best looking property this spring and summer with straw from River Region Straw. Phoenix Physical Therapy is ready to help patients recover, recharge, and rise. They develop a customized therapy plan for each patient to get them back to enjoying their favorite activities. Their experienced team is committed to providing exceptional care in a professional environment. Whether you're looking to prevent or treat an injury, recover from a recent illness, or recuperate from surgery, schedule an appointment with one of their clinics and take advantage of physical therapy, athletic training, workers' comp, and employer solution services. Get back in the game, get back to work, and get back to life with Phoenix Physical Therapy. To find a location near you and to schedule an appointment, go to phoenixphysicaltherapy.com. That's phoenixphysicaltherapy.com.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Glad you're with us here about 20 minutes past the hour on this Friday, May the 1st. May the 1st. We're flipping over the calendar here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where price sells cars, and you need to as well. Why don't you come out and see our friends here, Barry? You know what we like to say on days like today? It is raining deals here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery. Now, it's not raining currently, and it's going to be hit or miss, whatever. But you still need to come out here and check out our friends and let them show you the vehicle you've been dreaming about. Let's make it a reality. Let's quit dreaming, make it a reality here at Stivers in Montgomery. So many people, so many satisfied customers. Why? Because price sells cars. You hear Eddie Stivers tell us that all the time, and that has been their trademark since they came to town. Price sells cars, but the variety, the sales associates that help you out during the buying process. And none of this, we can get it to you by Tuesday. With the inventory they have here at Stivers, believe me, they can get it to you today. So come by and see our friends here today, throughout the weekend, or throughout the month of May here at Stivers, where price sells cars.
I feel like we've got to be fair.
Okay, sure. Definitely.
Alabama softball, since obviously this is a thing, I noticed in the heavily Bama-centric VIP text line.
I would say that's accurate.
Heavily.
It leans a little toward the Bama, yeah.
Not that most of the news that is imparted through the VIP text line relates to Alabama. Many, many times, like already this morning, it focuses obsessively on Auburn.
Yeah.
Auburn softball loses. They are not good this year.
No kidding.
Alabama is playing a series in Tuscaloosa against South Carolina, and they started that last night. Everybody starting on Thursday because the tournament's coming up. Alabama beat South Carolina 3-2.
Okay,
Thursday night.
All right.
Yes.
The Lady Gamecocks
snapped a 3-game losing streak.
Ooh.
To
she's cute.
Patrick Murphy, the head coach,
like this guy,
was talking about the tone of the game. He says, a saying we've had for years is gritty, not pretty. I'll be the first to say that. No, I would imagine a couple of guys on the VIP text line would be the first one to say that. Yeah, they may be gritty. Not Montana Fouch.
She was cute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was cute.
It's almost like the postseason saying survive and advance. Sometimes that's all you need to do. No, you need to win the national championship. Alabama, by the way, is 45-6.
Wow, that's impressive.
They're 17-5 in the SEC. I think they're in third place. SEC strong.
You know, Barry, they did. I think they lost, or did they get swept by Tennessee last week? And I was asked about that at CBS8. You know, sometimes you need a reality check.
Tennessee was smoking cigars.
Sure they were. You need a reboot. You need something like that. That's where Patrick Murphy looked at these girls, almost probably has them in tears a little bit, which is okay. You know, kind of just let them say, look, girls, you're not as good as you think you are. And you came up here and got embarrassed. Now you need to make sure you regroup and everything's set to go for this stretch run through the playoffs and postseason.
Oklahoma's number one. Oklahoma is extraordinary.
Yeah, they've been pretty good for a long time.
Florida and Alabama are tied for second. Thank gosh for Kentucky, who is 1-23 in SEC play.
1-23. Hey, look,
Auburn and Ole Miss are right ahead of them.
I'm about to say, look who's right ahead of them.
South Carolina is 7-15. They used to be good. Alabama lucky to be. So guys on the VIP chat line, just want to let you know, because you probably did not look this up. Busy looking up the Auburn deal. Alabama was a winner yesterday.
Okay. All right, Barry. This is not from the VIP River Region.
Texas. Ty says, I think there are only like 5 of us off. Yeah, I wonder why. Good gosh.
Look, the VIP chat line is open to anybody. It's just you've got to find a way to secure the number, and I'm not giving it out in public. So, and I do have some obs on the VIP chat.
I ain't giving mine out at all.
Yeah.
Go
so we had a producer years ago that thought it was funny. Oh yeah, I got Longshore's number. You want it? Yeah. Heck yeah, here it is.
Did it quite a bit. Gave away mine too.
Yeah. All right, Barry. So here's something I do not know. I'm going to ask you about it. This is from a family chat line. So how about this? This is coming from a family member. This is coming from one of my all brother-in-laws, which I've got several. I got more. matter of fact, I don't think I have an Alabama brother-in-law. They're all Aubs. How'd I fall into that? Anyway, he's a big Braves fan. And he sent me this today. I've never heard of it, Barry. Major League Baseball RPI rankings.
Yes.
What is that? What is that? All
That
about?
is, I think, relative power. In baseball, college baseball,
Yep.
it's a big deal.
All right.
RPI means it's your power index.
All right.
It's who's the best and da-da-da.
So he sends this to me. The Atlanta Braves are in the 17th position in RPI rankings. Is that good, bad, average? I guess there's 30 teams, so they're about at the midway point. SOS, I guess, is strength of schedule, which I can't believe the Baltimore Orioles have played a weaker schedule, who are in the 30th position than the Atlanta Braves.
In John's purview of sports, there are entities that have an easier schedule than the Braves. There are teams out there that are worse than Auburn. Just to let you know. I'm just saying, everything that Auburn fails at is not the first time that anybody has ever failed to that extent.
Okay.
Or it's not the most epic fail in the history of sports every time it happens. Same thing with the Braves.
This is like Dunkel and Lickinghouse, Barry. Listen to the basic
And
formula.
yet here he is bringing it up on the show.
Is 25% team winnings, 50% opponent percentage, blah, 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 derived from Bill James.
Yes.
Wasn't he the guy at the nighttime Price is Right?
That was Dennis James.
Dennis James.
Yes.
So I guess, being told that the Braves are a little below the midway point in strength of schedule, but still not great. But
they have the best record in Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done with
all
that.
This success.
Yeah.
Not
going to talk about that anymore.
The success, the actual wins, being the first in their division, is not really as important as SOS and RPI and OBP and WHIP or whatever. It's really, when you peel the layers back, they're still got the best record in Major League Baseball.
So
that's what counts.
When we get to late August and early September, and they're in third position, 7 games out of first place, but they're number 1 in RPI. Is that, whoa, hey, they're number 1 in RPI. Schedule's tough. Is that what we're going to hear? Because
two of the greatest fan bases, largest fan bases we have collectively in our sphere of influence are Braves fans and Auburn fans. Whew, you guys have it rough on this show for years. Well, I'm hanging in with you.
I'll say this, Barry. Yeah. Auburn's done it to themselves. The Braves, I mean, you can't.
Why should they have to do it for themselves when they got you and the
you can't argue winning. I mean, W's and L's, okay, I see. I mean, the Braves have done pretty well. Auburn, on the other hand, not so much. But I do see the Miami Marlins and the Tampa Bay Rays are 1 and 2 in RPI. Hey, how about those Marlins? I think the Braves are about to play them next week again.
You would so shut anybody down. If Mike Tankersley came walking in the studio with that on a sheet of paper, you would spin him around and escort him right back out again. All credit to and he never calls him his brother-in-law. Hey, Mortimer, your brother. He never calls him his brother-in-law. On this program and my entire association, he's never said, my brother-in-law, Fred, or whoever. It's always my all but brother-in-law. Every time. All the time.
Well, there again, I've got multiple. So I'm not just picking on one of them. I've got multiple all brother-in-law. I got 3 of them that I can think of. Do I have any more? No, not that I know of. I think there's only 3 but maybe during the day I'll think if I come up with any more. But I know of 3 right off the top of my head.
I'm not saying that's boring. That's fascinating. Man, if you sat here and you spouted out SOS and RPI rankings, when we both know you have no idea how they arrive at it or anything.
Got a clue.
I'm sitting here 2 hours. I'm spellbound. This is a little bit of a contradiction here.
Yeah.
Bob from Pike Road.
Oh, here we go.
Bob from Pike Road, early in the chat. Braves talk is the most boring segment you guys have.
I hear you, Bob, but sometimes you got to do it.
there's a lot of Braves fans here. Bob hates baseball.
Well, there you go. Barry makes that statement. I'm still got my doubts about that.
I mean, it's so funny because this is probably dead on true. I don't know that I have any friends who are not baseball fans. The vast majority of my friends are Braves fans.
Okay.
I mean, that's, and Don doesn't know anybody.
I don't.
Bob from Pike Road, he says this: the most boring segment of the week, Braves talk.
Yeah.
Now, this is what is contradictory. Bob from Pike Road, Barry, Auburn is definitely mired in a 74-year historically bad losing area. That is indisputable.
Yeah.
Auburn has perfected the art of losing. Auburn recently have invented ways to lose. Yeah.
I will say this.
That gets a little boring too. Sooner or later, Bob's going to pull one out on the chat line, and it's going to say, Alabama's offensive line is poorly coached. They can't run the ball.
I was just about to say
DeBoer
that.
is a dead man walking for the 475th time.
So I will say Bob is an equal, what's the word I'm looking for?
I love it because he always brings up a fact and says it's indisputable or that's fact and everything, mostly because he says it.
You know, I would say he's an equal criticizer because he's criticized Kalen DeBoer, he's criticized the offensive line play, as has yours truly. So yeah, Bob can sling it out there, but he does talk a lot about past national championships and things of that nature, which is fine.
Is it? He says baseball talk is the most boring segment. Well, let's talk about the offensive line again for the 747th
man,
time.
no kidding. Whew. So, Barry, I will say this in wrapping up Braves conversation, unless you'd like to continue it.
No, I'm your friend. You're my friend too, Bob. I do like Bob. He knows. He knows what.
Yeah, keep them coming, Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
I just go back to wrap up the Braves conversation for the few people that don't know this already.
Right.
Or even if you do, it's a good story to bring up. So I'm bebopping down the hallway at our former employer, and there's a meeting going on that I was not invited to attend. I wasn't, in that department, I guess.
Yeah.
And I overheard somebody say something, well, do we need to renew our Braves contract? And I stopped dead in my tracks.
He had a glass to his ear, and the glass was on the door.
And I went, lean back, no.
Through the door. The door was closed. And everybody can tell John's voice. John says, no. And everybody's in that meeting.
And
he would have you believe that on the other side of that closed door, everybody in that meeting, all the suits, all the ladies in their nice dresses, getting ready for a full day of work, starting off the morning with a meeting, which John and I both love. And they said, oh, well, I guess we got our answer. Well, let's make this seismic programming shift and get rid of the Braves simply because some voice, this embodied voice on the other side of this door, yells no through a door as he's eavesdropping on our meeting. Let's change everything we do. John takes credit for it just because he yelled into a closed door and says, get rid of the Braves.
And my point being, were people picketing and rioting in front of the radio station? No. It's like they didn't even notice. It's like, and I'm waiting. I'm thinking, and so I was asked, do you think there'll be some feedback? Do you think there'll be some negative comments about this? I went, don't sweat it. Don't you worry.
Well,
I'm
not saying this is the same, but John from Wetumpka says, John, I've heard the contract story 100 times. Yeah, I like it. I love Rodney, and I love Bigger Than Bama. That's a great book and great story.
Hey, read that book, John.
That is
it's a good book.
That is a story that has had several different iterations. I believe Rodney's aspect of it.
No, I do too.
But we have heard other people
I do too.
with other stories about it too. And it never gets old.
Never does. That's what we're here for. We don't want anything to get old. That's why we appreciate you hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, tell your associates. Tell them all about it. You know, Barry, it's interesting. You just go to a search bar and start typing Longshore McKnight. It pops up. Boom. So you can see it on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, on Instagram, on Spotify, on iTunes. It's all there. You can run it through your Bluetooth in your Ford or Lincoln automobile that you can purchase here at Stivers for an incredibly low price. And we're always there for you. Live 7 to 9 every weekday morning. But so many people, the vast majority, watch and listen on their schedule, which is so great about this format, Barry. And I hear so many people tell me that, man, I'm on the road, I'm doing this, I'm at my office acting like I'm working, but I'm watching you guys. We're not gonna bust you on that. We appreciate you doing that, but it's great. So we really appreciate that, and it means a lot to us and our sponsors as well. I know they do too.
John and I have been together with many of our sponsors for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And we remember back in the day when we first got started together that you listened to us, and you listened to us devotedly 3 hours a day, and this was your 3 hours. It's like old television.
Yeah.
You watch something or you listen to something 3 hours a day, and when it was over,
It was over.
it was over.
Yeah.
You might hear a promo or something, usually a promo about John saying, "Can you believe those odds they did?" Coming up next on John and Barry on, that kind of. But if you missed it, man, you missed it. Now you can go back and you can watch our very first Longshore and McKnight.
How about that?
You can watch them all over again,
It's
over
beautiful.
and over again. That's the changing lay of the land. And when we come back,
Speaking of that, Barry, real quick as we go to break, you mentioned promos. That you might hear that. I'm told you, our former employee is still playing promos for us. I'm glad to know they still love us over there.
let it go. Let it go.
I think it was during a Biscuits game or something, but hey, we'll take it.
Coming up, which is another story for another day. Let's not get started on the biscuits. We are live at Stivers.
Well, would you agree, Barry, that if it wasn't for us, I'm not sure the Biscuits would be in Montgomery. I mean, I don't want to put all the
Full credit,
full credit, but I can remember some local elected officials around here wanting to get the
Delmarva Shorebirds.
I'm thinking,
Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, the Shorebirds.
They're going to bring some team in single A or whatever, and I hit the roof. I said, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, they were, according to us, they were the unshore birds.
I mean, you got
A baseball.
Yeah, I mean, Chattanooga, Mobile, Columbus, Georgia, some of these other cities that are the same size as Montgomery, they got double A. Why not us? And finally, through a lot of just, pounding that rock, we got it. And I feel like we had something to do with it, Barry.
We'll return in a moment. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Known by avid golfers as one of the most beautiful and challenging stops on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, Cambrian Ridge in Greenville lies just 40 miles from Montgomery. It is well worth the ride for any golfer looking for 27 holes of jaw-dropping golf. The greens have been redesigned to accommodate the higher green speeds associated with their installation of the latest generation of ultra-dwarf Bermuda grass. Cambrian Ridge offers a fully stocked pro shop with all the latest equipment and apparel. Great food and beverages in the clubhouse can be enjoyed both before and after your round. Get your group together and hit the trail. Go to rtjgolf.com/Cambrian Ridge for tee times and more information. Prattville Carpet is the most trusted name in flooring in the River region. Ray Bowles and his staff have an extensive line of Mohawk stain-resistant carpeting in all the latest styles and colors. Prattville Carpet also has hardwood, vinyl, and ceramic tile for all of your flooring needs. Professionally installed at the absolute lowest prices. Take advantage of cash and carry vinyl plank at just $239 a foot. Call them today to set up your free measurement for your home, office, lake house, hunting camp, or wherever you need flooring. 285-8117. That's 285-8117, or drop by 2201 Cobbs Ford Road in Prattville for Prattville Carpet.
All righty, welcome back in, everybody. 20 minutes to the top of the hour. Glad you're with us here today. Barry and I are here live at Stivers Ford, where Price sells cars. A lot going on out here at Stivers. And, of course, so many happy and satisfied customers with Stivers vehicles. You're at a red light, you're at a stop sign, just look at the vehicle next to you, in front of you. So check it out. Better chance than not, they got the little Stivers sticker on the back quarter panel, the back of the trunk, the front tag of the vehicle. It's all there because so many satisfied, customers with Stivers vehicles. And we want you to come here and see our friends here at Stivers. So go to stiversonline.com. You can check it out and you can browse all of the inventory in your living room. It's that simple. So just check it out, stiversonline.com.
We're talking about the lay of the land in the world of media.
Yep.
Since there's not much going on other than the Braves and evidently Auburn softball. This from yesterday in terms of the media.
Yep.
This was interesting to me.
I knew it would be. When I heard this, I said,
Duke University, the Blue Devils, who I would suspect in a big boy conference would certainly be there in basketball and would not be there in football. Duke is hard to categorize.
It is, but I think you got to let them in. Yeah, you got to have a couple of bottom feeders.
Yesterday announced a partnership, first of its kind, unique multi-year partnership with Amazon.
Okay.
That includes Amazon Prime Video, broadcasting 3 marquee men's college basketball games next season involving the Duke Blue Devils. UConn in Las Vegas, Michigan at Madison Square Garden, Gonzaga in Detroit. That's the first of its kind, first foray for Amazon Prime into college sports.
Yep.
It also, obviously, it does not count. You know, the Duke will still have a partnership with the ACC network, and they're going to be on, Duke Carolina is going to be on ESPN every time that somebody breathes hard. But now they have their own. It's exclusive to Duke, nobody else.
Now,
a first of its kind partnership with Amazon to televise 3 Duke games, and it's going to have the full production. It also is going to provide NIL opportunities for Duke athletes and is part of a broader retail partnership expected to be announced at a later date. So
did I also see Arizona is doing something similar to this as well? I saw the Duke, but I want to say I heard Arizona had worked up a deal.
I have not
as well to do something like that. Couple of things that
they have to be neutral site games because Duke home games and their conference road games are all first dibs is from the ACC.
And you see that these are non-conference games. I mean, they're not going to put Duke and Wake Forest on this deal. They're not going to put Duke and Athletes in Action on either. It's Michigan, it's UConn, it's Gonzaga. I get it. Big boys. Teams that casual fans are familiar with. Teams that casual fans will be drawn to. I might check this game out. I know of Gonzaga. I've heard of UConn. I know Michigan. Certainly know Duke. That's what they want. And that's kind of like expanding the NCAA tournament and the college football playoff expansion with Power 4 schools. That's what they want. And this is what's happening with Duke. Amazon, we want Duke. We can make some money with Duke. And I'm sure there's a lot of other programs out there that are looking at this going, we'd like to have a piece of this pie as well.
Are you telling me that our student athletes can get NIL opportunities with Amazon as opposed to Milo's Hamburgers or Skybar?
I think Bo Nix had a deal with Milo's when he was at
Auburn. Did. That's what made me think about
it.
We can partner with Amazon, and Amazon will have exclusive deals to market Duke merchandise, Christian Laettner jerseys, Cameron Boozer jerseys, all of that. Why didn't we think of that first?
So a couple of things. I think that tournament in Vegas that Auburn and Alabama played in last year, that was an NIL situation. Right. These kids got paid to go to Vegas and play in that tournament. I think it was in November or maybe before Christmas, something like that. So there are opportunities out there that these schools, these coaches, these programs are looking for. I also find it interesting, though, Barry, Duke's in the ACC. The ACC has a contract with ESPN, has a contract with the ACC network. I would think that ESPN would want to carry Duke and Gonzaga, Duke and UConn. But Amazon comes in, pays them some money, gives them some exposure, other ways to market and to make money. I wonder how ESPN agreed to that. I find that interesting.
Because, Duke, their athletic director, I really like her. Her name's Nina King. She's been very proactive with it. And she told them, look, it's like football. You can schedule your own non-conference games. And UConn, who they're playing, and Michigan, who they're playing, they're both top 5 along with Duke next year.
Yep.
This is what we're going to do. We have control of our non-conference games. ESPN, God bless you, we'll let you televise as many of our games as you can, except we're doing these games.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting
doing
at,
these
but even the SEC network, you'll see games in December on the SEC network of Alabama playing Wisconsin or whomever. And that's part of the deal. You go schedule who you want, but we're going to televise it. So I would be interested to know how that played out with, I know you're going to televise our games, but not these 3. So I'm sure there was a little back and forth going on between ESPN and Amazon Prime. And there again, I think other programs and other conferences are probably looking at it. How can we get in on this? There again, Duke's in the ACC. I'm sure North Carolina's going, whoa, hold on. We want a piece of this too. How do we get in on this? I'm sure Kentucky's probably going, how do we get in on this? And I get it. It's more, it's kind of like what we were talking about, what we're doing now. There's more avenues out there. There's more ways for your product to be shown to other people that only had one way to do it. Now there's multiple ways to do it. It's and the convenience aspect of it as well. But I think it's really cool. I think it's there again. I've heard you say it so many times. This is the future.
It's
this
what's
is
happening.
The wave.
More and more streaming services are going to bid more and more money and make more and more available out there.
Yep.
There is a possibility that if Auburn wins the national championship in football this year, it would all be broadcast on the Sci-Fi Network.
Comedy Channel, Comedy Network.
Yeah, there's several out there. They'll have a Kalen DeBoer coach's TV show on Nick Jr., which is what everybody wishes he was. Gosh.
So, the NFL's done it. You know my deal about that, though. I got to flip it over here and flip it over there. As soon as they figure out the jump back button from Amazon Prime back to ESPN instantly, then, not to say I'm not sold.
I don't think John's memory is very good because I don't think he remembers back in the day when little Johnny Longshore was the channel changer.
Correct.
He was the remote. And everybody talks about, oh, Dad, look, Southern Cal, this is great. Why can't we tackle number 39? Is it against the rules or something? You turn it to something else.
Yeah.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom or Lawrence Welk or something, and it's done. Yeah. You can't go back there and say, Dad, watch this play. Watch this play. See where Sam Bam Cunningham just runs over this poor white defensive back for Alabama? Watch it in slow motion, and this and that and all that. Back then, game was on. Watch the game. Over with.
Now,
maybe it wasn't on. Maybe Alabama back over Auburn, who had played 11 games
only 3 times a year.
They're only on 3 times a year. The rest of the time, it was John Forney the entire time, and you had to like it. And, I did like it.
Unless you watch Coach Bryant's show on Sunday afternoon.
And then you watch that show, over, done. You ain't watching it again. It's not, well, when does it come on again? It don't come on again. And now, everything is on everything.
It is.
You can watch Muskingum versus Cornell
in
football if you want to. You can watch it again if you want to. You can watch it over and over and over again anytime you want to, just like you can watch Longshore and McKnight anytime you want to. But what are we hearing? Well, you got to punch 2 extra button and an enter button, and then if you want to back out during commercial and what, you have to punch 3 buttons.
Yeah.
I don't think his memory is what it used to be.
So
here.
a couple of things on that. Now, Barry, you mentioned the channel changer back in the day. And yes, you had to manually change the channel, or that's where the term clicker came about, because when you had the remote, it clicked. It made a clicking sound, and the TV picked up that sound. Somebody once told me, Barry, you could jingle a keychain and it would change the channel too, because it was the same pitch. So I tried that.
When I was growing up in Palm Bay, Florida, our first channel changer, besides me and my brother Mike, was connected. I mean, you had a little cord that went from my dad's Lazy Boy all the way across the middle of the floor to the back of it, and he would flip that thing, and it would change, and we would all be like,
here's another thing.
Can you believe where we are?
Do you remember when you had to go from UHF to VHF? So it was like channel 2 through 13 was on the top dial, and channel 14 through like 80 was on the bottom dial.
And channel 14 through like 80 always had things like Dr. Paul Bearer. You used to have Mystery Theater.
That's right.
You used to have...
so here in Montgomery,
I
don't know the difference.
That one was worthless.
I don't know the difference.
We never went on that side.
Channel from what was VHF and what was UHF, but whatever. Channel 12 was on the top bar,
right?
But then to get to, which was NBC, but to get to ABC, PBS, and CBS, you had to put it on the U on the top and then turn the bottom button to channel 20, 26, or 32 were the channels back
32
then.
was
back then. So
was that WNCF?
Something like that, WKAB, or so. I'm sure Dennis Mitchell can tell us. But that's how that was done. Thankfully, the technology's gotten a lot better, as with us. But I will say this, Barry, even though the streaming, which I watch the NFL, I've watched some NBA games on Prime. We've had some the last couple of weeks. But I got to tell you, the biggest innovation that I am the happiest about is the quad box. How I've lived without the quad box is just, I don't get it. During football season, I got 4 games going on.
With the quad box, I do not get
it is, and then
I want to watch something.
And then sometimes they go octo box. You got 8 games going on at one time. It's just unbelievable. It just, I feel like I'm in a sports book in Vegas. It's great. I love the quad box. Now I will say the octo box,
minus the cigarette smoke.
The octo box gets a little confusing because if you don't have a big screen, just think about it. Say if you're looking at it on this computer screen and there are 8 games going on at one time, that can be a little confusing.
It's a lot like John's old aphorism about having 2 quarterbacks. What happens when he said, hey, we may play Keelan Russell and Austin Mack this year? John will always say, when you have 2 quarterbacks, you really don't have any.
Correct. Why do you
when you're watching 4 things, you're really not watching anything. John's like, oh, look at that, bright lights. Oh, shiny buttons. Yeah. Oh, look over there, many colors. And hey, John, man, did you see that 3rd down call to convert that 3rd down play to keep the drive alive? No. I was watching over on the top left, they had a cheerleader or something. You cannot focus on it when you're watching 4 different things, which I think is the point with John.
I have been able to adapt. And being able to do that. I can watch 4 things at one time.
I can't imagine John back in the day whenever we finally went from antenna TV to cable TV. Oh, Dad, this will never last. Who wants to pay for TV? And now all of a sudden people are saying, hey, I'm with the times. I'm watching cable. Cable is.
Barry, when I was in like 7th grade and I saw that first late Friday night movie on HBO, when we got cable hooked up, I went, whoa, what is this all about? Oh, Pops.
You seeing this? You watching this, Dad?
Whoa. This is pretty good.
Yeah, how much we paying for this, Dad? That's a valuable expenditure right
Back
there.
to the 2 quarterback system, Barry. Yeah. Why do you think Charles Lee was so successful at Jeff Davis?
because he could.
He had one quarterback.
Yeah, he was a pretty good quarterback.
Oh, there ain't no doubt about that. But there was no two quarterbacks this
No,
no matter what.
no.
He's hobbling out there. Wait a minute, he looks hurt, Coach. He's good.
Yeah.
Don't worry. He's
Yeah.
all right. Don't you have to worry about that. I'll let you know when you're getting in.
My personal thought was, is if he ever did get hurt, they may move a wide receiver in.
Yeah.
And just have him keep it.
Ain't no
Hand it
doubt.
off to Curtis
Yeah,
Stewart.
the more I look back at it, Barry, I think you're right. I don't think they ever got into that quarterback meeting room and said, okay, let's go to the what ifs. What if this happens? We put number 8 in.
You see that a lot of times, and this was many, many years ago, obviously.
Yeah.
But we see that all the time right here. Somebody loves this Bronco here, or
Sure.
somebody loves this F-150 behind us, and they say, but what if there's another car somewhere else
No.
at some other dealership that I may like better? The what if game, John, started with you in high school, and it goes on even now. We see it all the time. I suppose it's just human nature. Wow, I really love this car, and that price, that's great. Let me go see if I can beat it anywhere.
Yeah.
What if there's a better value out there? Let me tell you, there's not.
There isn't, Barry. And we've seen it. We've seen people that have come into the dealership kind of with their head down, and we go, it's okay. We get it. If you want to go kick a tire somewhere else, that's fine. If it'll make you feel better, but you're going to end up right back here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery. So many other people have. And we have so many. I've had 2 people, Barry, in the last 48 hours mention Stivers Automotive. One of them, a gentleman, is looking at a F-150. He actually called our friend Jim McCain about it.
None of him.
And another friend of mine, a great military personnel member here in town, is looking at a Ram truck in Prattville. It's Stivers CDJR. And they told me about it, told me who they're working with. I said, man, I really appreciate that. Great folks. And thanks for letting me know that you contacted them and you heard it from us. It really means a lot to us here. So, yeah, come on out. These folks, I'm telling you, we've known them a long, long time. They do business the right way here at Stivers, where price sells cars. They want you to be happy, not only about your buying experience when you leave the lot. They want you to be happy 3 months from now, 3 years from now, however long it may be. They want you to get into your vehicle each and every day. You crank that car up and go, man, love what I'm driving. That's what it's all about. Satisfaction.
Yes. Coming up in a moment, we'll begin our second live hour of the show. We are live in the studio at Stivers Ford Lincoln on the Eastern Boulevard at the Troy Highway. He's John Longshore. I'm Barry McKnight. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry is Central Alabama's best-known jewelry store. Their location at 8163 Vaughn Road in Peppertree is conveniently located adjacent to Chappie's Deli. At Marguerite's, they have every jewelry item imaginable because they make it. They really make it. From rings, necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and much, much more. Marguerite's can also repair, clean, and rework any jewelry item that you want to bring back to life. Whether you're on a budget or have no budget at all, Marguerite's has all types of jewelry for everyone. Go by and see them today or call 270-0074.
At Dixie.
The Declaration of Deals sales event is on at Stivers, Alabama's #1 volume CDJR dealer. Grand Cherokee's over 11 grand offers 0% for 5 years. Encompasses 5 grand off only at Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The Declaration of Deals sales event is on at Stivers. New Ram, 16 grand off for 0% financing, and heavy duties, 13 grand off with Ram's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Only at Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Top of the hour. I hate to say this, Barry, and maybe we'll see here in the green room in a moment. I'm not sure if Josh Harris is joining us today, the Moneyline Magician.
If he shows up, we'll let him in.
I think so. I'd sent him a text, but I'm not sure. He was at a wedding last weekend. I saw some of the photos from that wedding. They had a good time. It looked like it was a festive atmosphere there at that wedding. So we'll see what happens there. Phantom's Daily Dog in a couple of minutes. Not now. No, we're a little early for that.
Yes.
Not now. All right, Barry, you gave me this last week.
I offered him that's the SEC helmet schedule.
Love the helmet schedule.
I gave it to him last week, and again, it's crisp.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Love it.
It's the edges are clean. By the time we get to fall, I mean, I'll see them, every week when we're at some place, and he'll pull it out. It'll get a little more yellow, a little bit more warm. By the time we get to SEC media days, there may be a rip right here, a little slight tear. It'll get bent over or something. By the time we get to the start of the football season, it'll look like the Magna Carta. Yeah. I mean, it will look, like the Declaration of Independence. It'll be dirty. It'll be probably like a lot of his sheets during the week. It'll be crumpled up and uncrumpled. Hang on, I need this again. Let me spread it out and everything.
So there's a couple of things, Barry, here.
Because he will use the heck out of it.
I do not look at any other type of schedule. To me, this is the easiest to dissect, to instantly know what's going on week by week, team by team.
And it's got colors and
it.
logos and all of that.
So I get, I've got like a yellow and a green and a blue and a pink highlighter. So as we get to media days, I'll pull this out and you'll see a yellow, green,
what's up
pink,
with that?
Color coding games on my schedule. There again, it's clean right now.
Yellow is like must watch.
Yeah.
Green is like must be a money game because it's green.
Yeah. And
yellow must be they're scared to play them or something. I don't know.
That's right. And Barry's nice enough to give me helmet schedules for other conferences. I said, hey, this year, don't waste the paper. Just give me the Power Four.
Yeah,
that's all I need.
I give him the American Athletic Conference schedule. Crumple, Kobe,
So, Barry, I'm looking at this, and here it is. It's early. Here we are, May the 1st. But as you know me, I'm looking at the best and worst non-conference games on the schedule. That's what I'm looking for. Unfortunately,
the best and the worst, no middle ground.
And unfortunately, Barry, there are more worst than best.
Even though we are now finally into another progression of longshoreisms that came true. Meaning there are fewer non-conference games. Every team has one less conference game. There are 12 games that could be played this year. No, 16 games that could be played this year in the involving SEC teams and a non-conference opponent that will not be played because they are mandated to play an extra SEC game.
Thank you, Greg Sankey. And you got to play a quality non-conference game. All right, so I'm looking at it, Barry. There's most cases, only 2 crappy non-conference games from now on, which is okay. It's better than nothing. It's better than having 3. And I looked at the best and the worst. And if you go in alphabetical order, obviously Alabama's best non-conference game this year will be Florida State, a team that beat Alabama last year. From what I hear, Florida State's not going to be very good this year, but Barry heard the same thing this time last year, that they weren't going to be very good. We all know what happened. But it is a revenge, week 3, Tuscaloosa.
That's their best non-conference game.
That's their best non-conference
amongst East Carolina, Florida State, and Chattanooga.
Why are you playing Chattanooga? Why?
You were making a point about Florida State and building it up, and then I mentioned Chattanooga, and it just totally, opened up a dark rain cloud over us.
I went to the Red River Shootout or the River City Shootout, whatever it was in Jacksonville when
Saban's the River City Showdown. You can't say shootout.
Saban's first year, so there's a little history there. Florida State seems to have had Alabama's number lately over the last few matchups. Coming off a game in Lexington, Kentucky, the week 4, Barry, everybody's saying Kentucky's the team to watch out for. Well, if they win 5 games this year, then certainly they're having a better year.
This time, 6 months from now, we'll be talking about the job that Will Stein has done, coaching the Wildcats.
I'm not going to say anything about East Carolina because we all know Pat Dye coached there at one point in time.
What else can you tell me?
That's it.
About East Carolina.
Coach Dye was the coach at East Carolina.
Anything at all?
There's from Greenville, North Carolina. Isn't that where they're located?
Their mascot is
Pirate.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the length and breadth of John's East Carolina.
So Florida State the best,
acumen.
Chattanooga the worst. I look at Arkansas. I got to tell you, Barry, this is not a game that would really have the hair on the back of my neck standing up, but I will say what I like about this. Arkansas is going to Utah in week 2. Utah, I know of an SEC team Utah's beaten before. Saw it with Bone. Well, not the
whole thing.
Not the whole
somebody
thing.
had to remind him that it had kicked off. He's like, okay, check, please.
But I'm going to give them Utah. I like that. That's a good road trip for this Arkansas team. I'm not sure.
Arkansas at Utah.
Yeah, that's an unusual matchup. But
That's a money matchup.
It is.
Maybe if they had a few more of those matchups so they get a big payday, they'd have a men's and women's tennis team.
Probably so. Oh, yeah. North Alabama the week before. I hate to kind of dump on an in-state program, but can't you do anything better than North Alabama? And don't ask me what their mascot is.
The Lions.
Oh, the Lions.
All right, what else they got? They got North Alabama. They go to Utah.
Tulsa. What's
just
worse?
right across the state line. That's
Yeah.
just right there.
I mean, Tulsa's nothing to write home about either, but North Alabama, really? Then we got Auburn.
What's that series with Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, yeah.
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King, something like that. You're right. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that series. So, you kidding me? Rocky?
Thank you very much, Plainsman Preston, for absolutely calling John out on this. He hates to dump on an in-state program? He's built his career on dumping on an in-state program. You kidding me? Fair point, Preston. Duly noted. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, do not strike that objection.
What does Tobias say there? He's always got good ones, too.
Gentlemen, when will Greg Sankey call out the Big Ten for not mandating its schools
Tell him,
play
Tobias.
one Power 4 opponent?
Tell it.
Season?
All right, let's go to Auburn.
Best?
Yeah, the Baylor, well, no doubt. They open up with Baylor in Atlanta. Some people aren't really happy about that.
No, including Auburn Merchants.
Yeah, but, Baylor's got to be that game, Barry, when Southern Miss and Samford are the other two.
Well, there's some juice to that. If you're going to talk about Alabama, Florida State, Auburn went last year to Baylor, who had a really good quarterback, Sawyer Robertson.
Yeah.
Went down to Baylor. They didn't cover that tight end Trigg the whole game for some reason.
Yeah, what's up with that?
But I think Jackson Arnold passed for like 89 yards and he rushed for $127. And people say, it's exactly what we need. And he wasn't. So now they played Baylor at Baylor.
True.
Now they're going to play Baylor, but they ain't playing him in Auburn.
Playing him in Atlanta.
Playing him in Atlanta.
But I do, Barry, believe there will be a large Auburn contingent at that game. It just won't feel like Jordan Hare. So we're giving them that one. Sanford's pathetic. So is Chattanooga. Why are Auburn and Alabama the week before the Iron Bowl playing such worthless opponents? It just drives me insane. All right, the next two teams, Barry, I don't want to hear these excuses. Well, they're an in-state team. We got to play them. Okay, but play somebody else too. Florida's non-con is Florida Atlantic, which I don't even know what city they're in.
Boca Raton.
They don't play football, but those are Fortune 500 people, yuppity-yups.
Those are aged 100 people.
Yeah. Then they have Campbell, who is another. I have no clue where Campbell's located.
Dewey's Creek, North Carolina. I've done games in both Samford's home, Florida Atlantic's home parks, and Campbell's.
I don't get it.
It's in Dewey's Creek, North Carolina, which has about 80 people in
So
that.
John Summerall's going to be able to ease into this gig in Gainesville before he goes to Auburn. First road trip, first conference game. But he works out a lot of the kinks against Florida, Atlanta, and Campbell.
I wonder if he'll shake John Cohen's hand. Probably so.
At the end of the season, Barry, here it is. Well, we got to play them. They're in state. I think the legislator mandated it. Florida State on a Friday. Florida at Florida State. I guess that's their best one.
That's the final game of the year while everybody else is playing big-time conference games, except for, Florida, Georgia, and Kentucky.
Well, that leads me to my next team.
The Georgia Bulldogs,
who everybody's raving about. It's going to be great this year.
I got a point about Georgia after you sum up.
Okay. They open up, similar to Florida, Tennessee State, WKU, which is Western Kentucky, I believe.
Which is in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah, that's right. Then they go on the road to take on Arkansas. First conference game on the road. at Arkansas. And who do they end the season with? Well, a non-conference team called Georgia Tech.
Who's going to be good.
Who's going to be good. I like their coach. I still, Barry, cannot forget the last game that these two teams played in Athens, a game that Georgia Tech should have won.
They should have.
They should have won.
I don't know if you watched Joe Tessitore's commentary on that, but Georgia Tech, if they hang on, would knock Georgia out of the
That's right.
college football playoff. He said that 150 times.
Yeah.
All right. One thought
What you got about the Dogs?
Kirby Smart. I was in Athens 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Okay.
Kirby Smart was at the Regions Tradition Pro-Am at Greystone earlier in the week. And he was talking to our buddies, Ryan and Jim and Lance.
Yeah.
And somebody was talking about the state of college football now with the portal and everything. At one point during the interview, Kirby Smart was asked how the Alabama teams that he worked under Nick Saban, compared to the teams he encounters as a head coach today. And he said this. He said, and I'm quoting here, this is a quote.
Okay.
Our best Alabama teams, I'm going to go 2012, 2013, 14, 15. So 2012 through 2015, 4 teams, would beat the dog out of all these teams right now. They could practice different and they were deeper. The game has not changed that much from 2012 to 2025, but the roster has. Those Alabama teams would just physically beat you. I look at our team now and think, oh, man, we don't have the depth. We're not as good as we were. Yeah. And then we go out there and win the SEC. End quote. Agree or disagree? Of course, 2013, Derrick Henry wasn't even the starter.
Yeah.
2014, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
agree or disagree? Those Alabama teams, and you watch them, you watch college football now. 2012 to 2015, those Alabama teams could not only beat everybody today, but beat the absolute mess out of them.
I agree with him. And I think, I don't know about the practice deal. I don't know what really has changed with the practice
because
schedule.
You could compete. You could go after each other because you didn't have to, well, he beat me out for the number 2 spot. I'm going to transfer. You were there and you pretty much had to stay there. Otherwise, you were going to lose a year. And you had to work and compete and get better.
Yeah, I get that. I thought he was talking about, how much time is devoted to it.
Oh, no.
But yeah,
time's the same.
I totally agree with that. But depth, Barry, that's the key. I mean, the depth, you look at the depth on some of those Alabama teams. I mean, unbelievable. You mentioned Derrick Henry. Didn't even start.
He was third behind T.J. Yeldon, Kenyon Drake, and then Derrick Henry, who's a freshman and everything. You are not having T.J. Yeldon, Kenyon Drake, and Derrick Henry on the same football team
that would say
anymore.
Alabama's third team could beat this team's first unit. We would hear that during those Saban teams, and it was they were stacking talent, unbelievable depth at every position. I've told this story before multiple times. I will never forget. I can still see it as it's happening right now. If it happened right now. I am on the sidelines before the Alabama-Notre Dame game in 2012 for the national championship. Believe it or not, I was there very long before kickoff. I know you find that hard to believe, but from where we were staying to getting to Joe Robbie, I had to go on this shuttle bus, and it was either now or never.
Was it Tom Culpepper on there with you?
No, that was when Alabama played Michigan, and
anyway.
Why can't I think of his name? Tom Brady was the quarterback for Michigan. Came back and beat Alabama 40-39. But this was against Notre Dame. They are walking out on the field for warm-ups. And I remember looking at Notre Dame and looking at Alabama and looking at Notre Dame and looking back at Alabama and thinking to myself, this game isn't going to be close. Just watching them walk out onto the field and warming up. And, of course, later we found out that, what was it, Manti
Te'o.
Both teams come out and go down to the same tunnel, and they waited and let Alabama pass them. And he says, we're looking at these guys going, uh-oh.
You got to be kidding me. So, yeah, and you do not have that anymore. If somebody is really good good enough to push Derrick Henry to third team at Alabama, but still not be the starter. Let me tell you, Kenyon Drake was a stud.
Oh, heck yeah.
He split time his entire Alabama career. We've interviewed him before. I don't know that Kenyon Drake is doing that this day and age. He wants to be the featured guy, and he deserves to be.
Well,
anyway, Kirby, I agree with you too, because those 2012 through 2015 Alabama teams, those were the years of joyless murder ball, where they just went out there and they just leaned on you and beat you up and looked up on the scoreboard and they win by 38.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind, Barry, that today's college football, you don't have the depth. You don't have the second and third teamers that can immediately step in, and you don't skip a beat. That's the biggest difference to me in what I'm watching today in college football.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. It didn't back then for Alabama. They were loaded at every position, and the depth was incredible. Not going to be the same from this point on, and that's why I think Alabama fans have a difficult time with, well, why are we going to win the national championship? You know, why aren't we a preseason top 5 team? You know, why weren't we there in the end?
Because the talent has spread out.
Yep. Well, you know, we talked about that with Luganville. He was talking about that earlier this week.
That's right.
About how college football is different because the talent is spread out with so many teams. And people say, well, that's good. More people get involved. Well, you know what Bama fan thinks about that.
We want them all on our team.
Yeah, to heck with everybody else.
We want to hear.
Yeah.
Well, there is lots more to get to. I got that little aside in about Georgia because I had that on my notes about
that was
Kirby
good.
Smart. Coming up, Kentucky, LSU,
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State. But when we return, a little thing we like to call the Phantom's Daily Dog. That's next.
And I saw you working on the River Region Straw chat line earlier this week. A little love toward the Phantom. I appreciate that. We saw it. Thank you.
It's Longshore and McKnight, live from Stivers Ford Lincoln, Eastern Boulevard of the Troy Highway, Montgomery, Alabama, in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
The Destin Connection Seafood Market at 3750 Norman Bridge Road in Montgomery has the freshest seafood direct from the Gulf of America. I'm talking red snapper and grouper, all sizes of Gulf shrimp, jumbo lump crab meat and crab claws, Louisiana Bay oysters, and New Bedford scallops. They are a full-service seafood market and kitchen serving po' boys, dinners, and sandwiches. You know, many well-known restaurants in the River region purchase their seafood from the Destin Connection because they know it's the absolute best. Call ahead and your order will be ready for pickup. The Destin Connection Seafood Market, 3750 Norman Bridge Road. Call 288-4272. That's 288-4272.
All right, man, grab a Budweiser and take a knee. It is the best time of the year. It's baseball season. That means sunshine. It means behind-the-back peanut tosses. And it means sharing some cold, frosty Budweisers with your boys. Because there's nothing more American than watching America's game with America's beer. So let me ask you something. Are you ready to bring your A game? Are you ready to cheer every frozen rope down the line and amazing catch at the warning track? Are you ready for pitchers' duels and slugfests? Tell me, are you ready for the thrill of an incredible walk-off victory? I can't hear you. Are you ready for Budweiser and baseball? Then get on your feet, raise an ice-cold Bud, and let's make this season larger than life. Great times are waiting. Grab some Buds!
Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Dixie Overhead Door, we specialize in top-quality garage door solutions for homes across Alabama and Georgia. In need of a garage door repair or a brand new garage door installation, our expert team delivers fast, reliable service with local expertise that you can trust, providing customized solutions and exceptional care every step of the way. Visit us today at DixieOverheadDoor.com and experience the Dixie difference.
We're back at it here live from Stivers in Montgomery where Price sells cars, Longshore and McKnight. Barry, I don't know if you have noticed yet. I never thought I'd do this, but I've turned into a box score guy. I like box scores. I never did.
It was either did they cover? Good. Did they not cover? Bleep.
Yeah.
Now John wants to know, well, I don't know. Maybe it's because he's getting softer in his ways
I
or
guess
whatever.
so. I don't know.
He says, how did that not cover?
How did that
Let
not
me
cover?
take a look. In the past, he didn't care how it didn't cover.
True.
It just didn't cover.
You know, Barry, I think I need to be more complete. I need to fulfill my knowledge of how a game played out, not just, oh, wow, they covered great. Let's move on. I maybe should give them a little bit more love. How
There's
about
some games that John will absolutely dissect.
that?
Oh, sure. That fumble tightrope to the sidelines all the way down. Well, I guess you can't expect, you know, the best quarterback who had the best year ever to be down 24-0. I guess you can't expect him to just, you know.
Yeah.
John will dissect
That was
some
about to be
games.
31-0. Oh, or actually 38 if Trent Richardson would have caught that pass. Yeah. Anyway.
But in terms of the number, he used to be, you either do
or you don't.
Or you
There's no doubt about that.
I don't want to look at the box score. I don't want to hear anybody say, well, see what? I think you ought to give me that one because, you know, the wind blew the extra point wide right. It was right dead center until the wind got it. And your man is looking at you like,
yeah. Go say that to somebody else. See what they think. All right, so here's the deal.
Mr. Box Score Longshore.
So last night, I think it was the last game of the night.
It was.
It was the Denver Nuggets at the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Target Center in Minneapolis.
Which is in Minneapolis. Timberwolves playing at home with a chance to win their first round series last night in the Western Conference.
Correct.
Against Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And Barry, believe it or not, they went into that game last night up 3-2.
Yes.
In that series. They were an underdog in that game last night. Hence, the Phantoms' daily dog. They were a dog of 6 points at home crowd. And
Anthony Edwards, their best player, was not supposed to play.
Yeah, sure.
They were worried about that.
That's right. But see, Barry, that's where the Phantom comes in and finds little things out who is and who is not going to play.
Yes.
That's what you got to know. So, we're getting 6. We're at home. First quarter, okay, not too bad, down by 1. Get to halftime, we're down by 9. Excuse me, no. We're down by 1 at the end of the first. We're up by 8 at halftime. I'm thinking, okay, here we go. Things get a little better in the third quarter. Things get even better in the fourth to win the game by 12. Outright.
Anthony Edwards, their best player, did not play. They had some guy, I'll admit, don't know him.
Yeah.
Jaden McDaniels.
Boom.
Jaden McDaniels.
Guy. Remember that guy.
32 points, 10 rebounds.
Who knew?
Off the bench.
Who knew?
Evidently the Phantom did.
Wait a minute. Can you repeat that? Off the bench.
Off the bench.
32.
Cinderella story, normally reserved Timberwolf crowd, tears in his eyes, I guess. Yep. Jaden McDaniel stepped up, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 0 turnovers.
Huge. That's big. That's a great stat you let everybody know about. All right, here's another one for you, Barry. So we're going to tonight. Tonight, we're going back to the NBA. And I will say this, just to let you know, we got to state all the facts. We are guaranteed a winning week.
That's a true statement.
We're at 3-1 at this moment. We're going for 4-1 tonight. And I'm going at a game that, Barry, a lot of people, there could be some people out there that might be a little, and you don't use this term when you're handicapping a sporting event, scared. No.
Ooh.
No.
Scared money?
Nope.
Don't
happen. So tonight, Barry, the early game on Prime Video, we've been talking about streaming services today. The Detroit Pistons are in Orlando, the Magic City. That should be the Magic City with Disney World. Detroit at Orlando, 6 p.m. Prime Video tonight. Believe it or not, Same situation as last night. The home team has an
Has a chance
opportunity
to
to
win
close
this
this thing
series.
out. And look at here. They're an underdog. They are an underdog
It's
tonight.
3-2. Orlando has led the series throughout, even though they're an 8 seed and the Pistons are the number 1 seed in the whole conference.
Yep.
I don't get it. They're playing at home. I guess the odds makers are thinking, oh, Detroit's finally figured things out.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
so, but
somebody
that
had it.
number.
So I want to take a moment here as well, Barry, to let our viewing and listening audience, it's all about the best value. Kind of like here at Stivers Ford. It's all about value. So you see here on this table that I brought up, and I wish we could get this up on the screen, but I can explain it just enough. You probably don't understand these numbers and all these graphs and stuff, but these are all regulated betting sites where in 39 states in this country, you can go wager at one of these sites legally and it's regulated.
I actually do recognize a couple of the logos.
Yep. Okay.
FanDuel's
Correct.
up there.
That's correct. Yep. BetMGM.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Bet360, DraftKings. They're all listed right here.
Oh, yeah.
So look at that number right there. All of them are 3.5. Whoa. Except FanDuel.
4.
I'm going to get 4. So it's like you're in Vegas and you're walking down the strip. You're going to go to different sports books getting the best number. So that's where we go. We look at it every day, and I look for the best number. The best number I'm getting is +4 at home tonight. I'm taking them. I'm a believer in this Magic team. I've watched several of these matchups already with the Pistons. They can hang with this team. At home, catching points, I'll take it. I like
There it
Orlando
is.
tonight. Plus
Already
the 4.
a winning week.
Yeah.
Time to pour it on with the Phantoms Friday Daily Dog. Magic plus the 4.
Yep.
At home against the Detroit Pistons. Maybe they don't close them out. Maybe they lose and they've tied 3-3 as you go back to Detroit.
They'll lose by 3 points. That's okay. No problem.
There you go.
So, Barry, here's another thing that gets me. I've heard people, just neophytes, just don't know any better. 3.5, 4. What's the difference? Okay. I'll tell you what the difference is.
Yep. You're up 3.
Yeah. Or how about that? The final
the
score is
underdog.
104 to 100.
In a game.
104 100.
Mm-hmm.
If you're catching 3.5, you're a loser. You're
You're
catching
catching
4,
4.
you're pushing. And that's what we want. We want to win. We'll take a push a lot more
Bit more
than
than
we
a
will
loss.
a loss.
Now,
And that
everybody tonight may be looking, it's tied at 100 to 100, but Detroit's got the ball down to the last minute. They work it down court fast as they can, take a fall away jumper, horn sound, shot goes in.
Yep.
Detroit wins.
Correct.
Orlando loses. They got to go back to Detroit for a game 7. The Phantom is in the middle of clipping his cigar, and he looks up and he says, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Finishes clipping the cigar, gets out the match, lights that baby up. That 3 didn't mean anything to him because the number's 4.
That's right. How many times, Barry, have we released the Phantom 4 from right here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, and we lay those 4 games out with the point spread, and by the time that game kicks off on Saturday, that number's moved. Sometimes not in the direction you want it to move. You got to jump on it.
Yes.
You got to find the best value. That's smart handicapping, and that's free advice from the Phantom.
Yeah, it's like Metamucil. Sometimes it moves, but not in the direction you want it to move.
Boom. Love it.
There you go. The Phantoms Daily Dog coming here with about another half hour left on our live show. Before we go to break, let's hit up some of the other non-conference games in the Southeastern Conference.
Let's do it. All right. I've already gotten on Florida and Georgia's case. And should I hold it against them that they got to play Florida State, Georgia Tech?
Kentucky and Louisville.
I don't have a problem with that matchup because Kentucky historically hadn't been great. So I don't have a problem with them playing Louisville, but it is what it is.
If they were really, really good, they'd be playing Notre Dame or USC or
And
Ohio
I will say this,
State
Barry, in future schedules, Georgia's already done it. But Georgia's got Ohio State on future schedule. So does Alabama. As a matter of fact, Bama's got them next year.
I'm on it.
Florida's got Notre Dame coming up. Auburn's got Notre Dame, but they don't. But my point being, Georgia and Florida are going to play not only their in-state rival non-con, but they're also going to play some other big non-conference games as
Florida
well.
is at Notre Dame in 2031. Notre Dame's in Gainesville in 2030. I did not know that.
Yeah. And Notre Dame's playing everybody now. I mean, heck, they even put Auburn on their schedule. Something I got to admit I never in my life thought I'd see. Never. That one and
John,
Ryan Lee fooled
that's
me.
one of his few guarantees that did not work out.
Yeah.
Auburn will play Troy in 2031, which I did not think was going to
didn't
happen.
either. Yeah.
Okay, but we digress here.
All right. So
Kentucky.
they got Youngstown State. I think they're in Ohio.
Yes.
I think.
They are the Penguins. Jim Tressel used to coach there.
We talked about them yesterday, Barry, with the Pittsburgh NHL team. Who wants a Penguin as a mascot? How many Penguins are in Youngstown State or wherever they're located? Stupid. All right.
How many Tigers are in Auburn?
Oh, then they have South Alabama.
Yep. That's 3 weeks later.
Yep. Sandwiched
And then-
between a trip to Texas A&M and South Carolina. They got South Alabama at home. All right, then they have Louisville in Lexington. I can't get on Kentucky's case about that.
They are the one team you need to get onto. Look at their future schedules.
let me hear it.
Toledo,
Yeah.
Murray State, Ball State, Georgia Southern, Eastern Kentucky, Eastern Illinois,
Yeah.
who Alabama played last year.
You know, Barry,
Kent State.
I'm not sure Kentucky's ever played Notre Dame in football. I don't think that's ever happened. I know Mississippi State hadn't. The number of SEC teams that have never played Notre Dame, Barry, are getting smaller. There was one
Notre Dame's
prominent team that had never played them. As I just mentioned, didn't think I would ever see them play, but they fooled me, and they're going to play them. I don't think Kentucky's played Notre Dame.
They have not.
All right.
That has never happened.
Kentucky, you better sign them yourself up. I don't think because everybody. Yep. I think Missouri's played Notre Dame. But anyway, let's move on. So Kentucky, I'm going to give you a pass on Louisville, but you got to beef up and put somebody else on there that's good.
Missouri has played Notre Dame one time.
All right, there you have it. So, Barry, I don't know who to pick. Youngstown State or South Alabama is their worst non-conference game.
Youngstown State's FCS. South Alabama is at least FBS.
All right, we'll go with Youngstown State then.
Notre Dame played Missouri. Actually, they played them 4 times, and they're 2-2.
Wow, how about that?
1970, Notre Dame won. 1972, Missouri won. 1978, Missouri won 3-0 in South Bend. Notre Dame's won both games in Columbia.
Damn, look at that.
Missouri's won both games in South Bend.
So
So they played 4 times.
I don't want you to have to look this up, Barry, but this might be an activity I do over the weekend. I believe I'm correct in saying Mississippi State and Kentucky are the only 2 SEC teams that have not played Notre Dame. Auburn used to be on that list, But I believe-
Mississippi State has not.
but I believe Kentucky and Mississippi State are the only ones that have not.
I think you're right.
All right. I mean, if Vanderbilt can get a home and home in Notre Dame, man, come on, Kentucky.
Oh, CJ, did you hear that?
Well, I
Did you
mean,
hear the tone of
actually,
his
that
voice?
was I wanted to be more complimentary, but hey, at least they've done it.
Now we get to
LSU.
the LSU Tigers.
And I know what we're going to hear with this one. Oh, they'll play in-state teams.
That's because there's 50 in-state teams.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, for a little small state that's not exactly affluent,
Uh-uh.
I mean, you got southeastern Louisiana, Louisiana Lafayette, Louisiana Monroe, Grambling, southern Louisiana Tech, McNeese State, Nichols State.
That's right.
I mean, they're all
Everywhere.
over the
So
place.
I'm going to give LSU credit here, Barry. Clemson is who they're opening up with in Baton Rouge.
I was about to say, are they
The
in
two
Death
Death
Valley?
Valleys.
Well, both of them are in Death Valley. So
The 2 Death
Death Valley,
Valleys.
Death Valley.
So I like that. I like Clemson. La Tech,
In-state.
McNeese.
Yeah. In-state.
La Tech beat Alabama, correct? Twice, I think. I know once.
I know once.
I'm going to say La Tech's a better non-conference game than McNeese.
La Tech will, by the way, be playing in their first year in the Sun Belt Conference this fall.
Really?
Yes.
Have they never been in the Sun Belt?
No. Well, they have, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
They're back.
They're back
in the Sun Belt.
So you got to go back. You got to go to Ruston, Louisiana?
I think they come to us.
Okay. All right.
Louisiana Tech leads the all-time series with Alabama 3-2. Louisiana Tech last played in 1999 in Birmingham. Tech won it 29-28. In 97, they played in Tuscaloosa. Louisiana Tech won that one 26-20. In 1993 in Birmingham, Alabama won it 56-3 on the field.
Yeah.
But they forfeited that game.
Yeah,
so
true.
yeah. And then Alabama's won 13-0 and 34-0 back in the 60s.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right. But I hadn't seen La Tech on the schedule lately. Somebody figured that out. But for some reason, they put Southern Miss back on it for some reason. All right. Ole Miss. You know, they open up with Louisville. We've already talked about Louisville. This game's on a Sunday in in Nashville. They're playing Louisville in Nashville at Nissan Stadium on September the 6th.
That's a good get, right?
I
mean, we
think
like that, don't we?
I think so. I would like to see Ole Miss ramp it up a little bit, but we'll give them Louisville. They're an ACC team. Charlotte the next week.
Charlotte's nickname?
49ers. I've been by their practice facility before, but that's all I can tell you about them.
So you got Louisville, you got Charlotte, and you got the Terriers of Wofford.
Got a good buddy that went to Wofford. Is Wofford like in Huntington's division?
No.
Okay.
Wofford's FCS too.
All right.
They're 1AA. They're in the same league with Samford and Western Carolina.
Speaking of Huntington, Barry, I don't want to reveal any info, and I did not get this from their head coach. I got it from somebody else very closely associated with Huntington Hawk football. They're going to be pretty good this year.
Yes, they are.
They're going to be pretty good
Got
this
an
year.
offensive lineman to watch out for.
And they've got a returning starting quarterback coming back too with some experience.
We can start naming some names. Watch out for this freshman offensive lineman from Northside up in Tuscaloosa. Big time.
That's all I'm saying about it. Because I've noticed in the past, Barry, sometimes when I say some things about teams or little shortcuts to get to places, people figure it out, and then it's not, a secret anymore.
All of a sudden,
everybody's doing it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go Louisville's their best one. Wofford,
you don't like Wofford. Go ahead and say it.
I don't.
Wofford shouldn't be on their schedule.
But their helmets sure do look like Notre Dame's.
They're a little darker gold.
I'm going to give
kind of like Boston College.
Yeah, kind of like BC. That's right. BC's got a stripe, though, I think, on the middle of the helmet.
Mississippi State.
I'm going to give them a little
They're still in the league?
They are, believe it or not.
Okay.
They are still in the league, Barry. And they open up with La Mo. I think everybody plays La Mo.
But to their credit, they play La Mo in Starkville.
Correct.
Have to make that differentiation.
Yes, I'm surprised they haven't gone to La Mo because they have gone to South Alabama, Troy, and UAB. I'm going to give Mississippi State a little love, Barry, because they played Arizona State home and away. They're playing Minnesota, the Golden Gophers, home and away. As a matter of fact, I think Minnesota's on Alabama's future schedule. I don't like what's going on up in Minnesota, so I'm not a big fan of that sporting teams up there, except the T-Wolves last night.
Thank you, T-Wolves.
I was very pleased with them. And then they've got Tennessee Tech.
Minnesota home and away for Mississippi State is just about the only halfway decent team on their future schedules.
Yeah, I don't think they've made many phone calls yet. It'll happen. But they have played Arizona State. They're playing Minnesota.
They play at Memphis. They play at Southern Miss. They play at Tulane on their future schedule.
Brady, you think the person that answers the phone down at La Mo, that the phone's ringing off the hook? Hey, you want to play us? I got to think they get a lot of phone calls down there.
Because they say yes a lot.
So Tennessee Tech. Ooh. We're obviously in Tennessee, but I'm not sure where.
That's in, I get it mixed up with Austin P. Tennessee Tech. I've done games from there. I think it's in Cookeville.
Are they
Tennessee.
the Eagles?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The Eagles, Cookeville, Tennessee, unless I'm mistaken.
Right.
Watson Brown used to be their head coach.
So, Barry, I'm giving big kudos for State playing at Minnesota, playing them early so it won't be cold. That was important. You know, you don't want to go up there in late November.
No, good gosh.
So they're playing Minnesota early, but the Tennessee Tech game, I don't know which is worse, Lamo or Tennessee Tech. I don't know.
Tennessee Tech.
I think so. All right. Is it time for a break, or can we continue with Missouri?
Let's take a break.
All right, let's do it.
Stay on. We got. We may not get through it before we get to the Gurn Jr. Victoryland 777 topic wheel.
Yeah.
It's Longshore and McKnight, in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
Located just 8 miles north of Alabama's state capital, Capitol Hill features 3 18-hole championship courses. With more than 1,500 acres of golf and nature, the pure magnitude of this facility is amazing and allows each course to be drastically different from the others. Capitol Hill also features an innovative 360-degree driving range 400 yards in diameter. Capitol Hill offers a fully stocked pro shop with the latest equipment and apparel. Great food and beverages in the clubhouse can be enjoyed both before and after your round. Get your group together and hit the trail. Go to rtjgolf.com/Capitol Hill for tee times and more information. Why Hands? At Hands Heating and Air, you get this area's highest ranked service provider with 24-hour repair service, no overtime charges, and their same-day service guarantee. Plus, instead of other companies' 30-day repair warranty, Hands gives you a 3-year repair warranty. Hands Heating and Air is here for you 24/7, 365. And service is not just something they do, it's their way of operating, for you in mind. All of Hands employees are trained to adhere to this standard. They work hard to ensure that this standard is maintained, and they are constantly looking for new ways to better serve you. Call Hands Heating and Air today at 508-5382. That's 508-5382, or find them on the web at 834hands.com.
Okay, back at it. About 18 minutes to the top of the hour. We're here live at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, where Price sells cars. Lincoln Luxury for less as well. Some great new exciting things coming to the Stivers location here in Montgomery. If you've driven by recently, you have seen it for yourself. So why is that happening? Because so many people trust their transportation needs with the good folks here at Stivers, where Price sells cars. America's best-selling truck for over 50 years in a row. Think about that, Barry.
50
I mean, we were 12 when that started, to show our age. The F-150.
When I was 11, there was another best-selling truck in America?
No, it could have been, but I'm going to say they just started rating that 50 years ago. That's when they started.
So if you look in that rating service, whatever the rating service is, and they got a big old thing on the side of the wall listing their national championships, it'll say F-150, F-150, F-150,
Correct.
F-150, F-150, and there's not anything else.
That's right. And so they've got them right here at Stivers for you. America's best-selling truck, 50 years in a row. The F-150 up to $18,000 off MSRP or 0% APR for 66 months. Right here, F-150s. They've got a lot in stock for you, a lot for you to choose from. As I mentioned, a good friend of mine was asking me about it just the other day.
Yes.
Said he gotten in touch with Jim McCain here at Stivers, and the process is underway. He's been an F-150 guy for a long time, and he wanted another one. And he knew where to come.
There you go.
All right, let's go to Missouri.
All right, we got to hurry up. We may not get through this today.
UAPB, what is this?
UAPB. That's the Golden Lions of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff.
All right, on a Thursday night.
Which is on that side of the state, they just got to go up a little bit.
Then they got to play at Kansas on a Friday night.
Wait a minute. They don't even play on a Sunday until the Trojans come in?
Or Saturday.
Yeah. They don't play on a Saturday until the Trojans come in week 3?
They need extra prep time for Troy.
You got that right.
Has Troy ever worn that helmet?
Yes.
Okay, that's a
Yes.
good-looking helmet.
Black helmet with the red power tee.
And red face mask?
Oh, I don't know about the
I
red
like
face
that.
mask. No, red
That looks
face mask,
good.
I don't think happened. But yeah, Troy comes in week
like
3
that.
to wrap up Missouri's non-conference schedule.
3 in a row.
UAPB,
Worst out.
Kansas,
Terrible.
and then Troy.
Troy's their best game, Barry. I'm just not saying that because you're sitting next to me. I know Kansas had a little flurry. They're terrible. Their history in football.
Yes.
I was watching a game.
In the words of Kansas, they were good only for a moment,
Yeah.
and the moment's gone.
Barry, I was watching a Kansas game within the last 3 years. I'm telling you, there were maybe 3,000 people at the game.
That is the ultimate arbiter of whether or not
Unbelievable.
they're any good. Okay.
Embarrassing.
Okay,
Oklahoma.
good.
UTEP.
Oklahoma has UTEP at Michigan.
Yep. And New Mexico.
And
I don't know. UTEP and New Mexico are like the same place, aren't they? Aren't those campuses?
No, New Mexico State and
Okay.
UTEP are
All right.
about 50 miles
All
apart.
right. Michigan in Ann Arbor, week 2. Boom. Great
Book it.
game.
Book it.
Love
Agreed.
it.
All right.
New Mexico's the worst.
South Carolina. Kent State. What is that one in the middle?
Oh,
Towson. No.
Towson. Yeah.
Towson?
Yeah, Towson.
I didn't recognize
Isn't it
that one.
Towson State?
It used to be.
All right.
No, it's Towson. Kent State, Towson, and
Clemson.
Clemson at the end.
See, that's another one.
at
That's like,
Death Valley.
yeah, see, that's like Georgia and Florida.
That's
Come on, South Carolina. Beef it up a little bit.
No, they know they got Clemson in their pocket for their
Is
non-conference.
Towson in Ohio?
It's in Maryland.
Oh, okay.
I think it's in Baltimore.
All right, Tennessee. Barry, normally Tennessee does a good job non-conference wise.
Did you begin a sentence by saying normally Tennessee does a good job?
Yeah, I do. I got to give them a little credit. Furman, which is one of my favorite schools. Barry.
Furman. I did a basketball
Love
game this
Furman.
year from Furman University.
Still
the
got
Paladins.
that. Still got that purple and white Furman hat.
It doesn't say Furman. It says
does not-
FU.
It does.
Yeah. Tennessee
Love it.
plays Furman
Yeah.
at Georgia Tech.
Okay, I like that.
And then Kennesaw
Don't like that.
State.
Don't like Kennesaw State. But Barry, is this game at Mercedes-Benz or at Bobby Dodd Stadium? Because if it's at Bobby Dodd Stadium, I like the game even more.
Let me check.
I'm just curious about that.
That
I'll
is
move
a-
on to Texas while you're looking up that. Texas, a lot of people think they're going to win the national
I
title this
am one
year.
of them.
Open up with Texas State. I thought that was a fictitious school in a movie.
Nope. Texas State. I've been there 3 times. Remember all these times I've been to San Marcos?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's where I've been.
Then they have Ohio State at home. I like that. I like Ohio State at home. And a matter of fact, we mentioned it earlier. Alabama's scheduled to play Ohio State in, next year, I believe. Then UTSA. That sounds like a insurance company.
The University of Texas
San
at San
Antonio.
Antonio.
All right, I give you credit for the Ohio State, but come on. Texas State and UTSA, give me a break. Those are terrible.
By the way, Tennessee plays Georgia Tech this season. Oh, it doesn't say.
Come on.
I think it's at Bobby Dodd.
I hope it is. They need to play at Bobby Dodd. All
I
right,
do too.
A&M.
Yes, it is. It's at Bobby
Great.
Dodd Stadium,
Perfect.
September 12th.
Great.
Okay,
Awesome.
confirmed.
Like that.
All right.
I've actually seen a game there. I saw Alabama.
I see Bo run for about 176 there.
I thought Ray Perkins was the coach, and Bama played him over there.
All right, here we go.
All right, A&M.
Yes.
Missouri State. Is this used to be Southwest Missouri State?
Yes, the Bears.
Yeah, see, they got rid of the direction.
Yeah.
I'm giving them, they get bonus points for that.
Bobby Petrino used to coach
I'm
them.
not a big direction school guy.
Arizona State in College Station.
Okay, all right.
And then what's Louisville at the end? No.
No.
Texas A&M at the end plays
Citadel. Played the Citadel.
the Citadel.
The Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's mid-season. That's why I didn't catch it.
I like the Arizona State game. I think A&M could do better.
A&M's going to be really good this year.
I'm going to take the Citadel as not their worst game because my really good friend graduated from the Citadel,
Ooh.
who I played golf with in the fall over in Atlanta. So I got to
Evidently, he
give him
took some
credit.
money off of him. Otherwise, he'd say, "Oh, the heck with the Citadel." All right,
Vandy.
Vanderbilt.
Barry, what is going on here? Austin P.
That is in Clarksville, Tennessee, I believe. Done a game from there before. The Governors.
The Blue Hens of Delaware.
They're in Conference USA. They're no longer FCS. They're FBS. And the one I really like, The Wolf Pack
Yeah.
of North Carolina State.
A couple of things I don't like about it. Now, I'm glad Vandy's playing them. I'm really going to be pulling for Vandy in that game. I've never liked NC State since their former head coach didn't let Alabama have a walkthrough a Friday before they played up there one year. Stallings
Dead to him
blew
at that point.
a gasket. And Gene Beebs love it. But Barry, NC State's logo on their helmet's too big. You ever notice that? The thing is huge.
I like it simple on the side. Instead of that Walt Disney World Peter and the Wolf,
Yeah.
or the Three Pigs wolf head on the side with a little cap on it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, so I'm going to go NC State for
Okay.
Vandy. I don't know. You
We'll-
pick Delaware or Austin P, which is worse?
Oh, Austin P.
Okay.
We'll come back with the Gurn Jr. Victoryland 777 topic wheel. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.
All guests of Longshore McKnight appear on the City of Montgomery guest hotline. Check out the most interesting and informed personalities in sports covering Auburn, Alabama, Troy, ASU, and all the major teams from across the country. John and Barry have the best guests brought to you by the City of Montgomery. To find out everything you need to know that is going on in the capital city, check out montgomeryal.gov. That's montgomeryal.gov, the capital of dreams.
Don't miss your chance to win big at Victoryland Casino. Play the latest, hottest, most exciting games around with fun bonuses and big jackpots. Don't miss out on your free play. Stop by Player Rewards today and check out this month's exciting free play promotions. Come see why our players keep coming back. You'll have more fun at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22, Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
Okay, we're back at it here live at Stivers, where Price sells cars. You know what we do every time you hear that Victoryland commercial. We're going to hop into the Gurn Jr. Victoryland 777 topic wheel. Victoryland open 24/7, 365. And there's some exciting news that I'm going to share here with you real quick. I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement right here because you're going to start hearing it throughout the month of May. It is the 25K and truck giveaway in the month of May out at Victoryland. The more chances you visit Victoryland, the better your chances of winning in the truck and 25K giveaway there at Victoryland. So make sure you are a part of that. You'll be hearing a lot about it since May 1st is here. I can tell you because it's the big promotion at Victoryland this month.
Here we go. 6 topics, don't know what they are, all curated by Gurn Jr., our producer.
Yep.
Brought to you by Victoryland 777 Casino.
Let's see it spinning away. I love how it's spinning.
Nutcracker.
Oh,
Man,
sounds
bad hot
painful.
grounder in Little League.
Yeah. To the midsection.
Nutcracker. Oh, that's exactly what
Is
he
this the
This
Oakland A's?
It's not the Oakland A's. It's
Yeah.
the A's. It's the Athletics.
Uh-huh.
And they're taking on Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
No, that's.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Watch.
Ooh,
Keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the ball.
Oh, he's got to walk that one off, Barry.
We may have to stop the show right now. Oh, my.
Yeah, he's going to have to walk that one
All
off.
right, one more,
Yeah.
just because we.
Yeah.
In the dugout, the security guy is on his phone or something, takes it.
A couple of things about
Guys,
this game.
do we all know?
Now, Barry,
we
has
all
this been AI enhanced? Because there's no way that many people were watching at that game. Did you notice what I noticed? There were a lot of
don't ever
people at
notice
that
that.
game.
You noticed that.
I
notice.
mean, the stands were packed.
All right.
Number two, that's a problem with baseball. It can lull you to sleep. I've seen it at Riverwalk Stadium. A screamer coming down the first base, foul, boom, hits somebody. You got to pay attention.
You act like. Look at John giving advice. He ain't never done that. He ain't never taken a bad hop grounder or an inadvertent. Yeah. Like that, like we believe.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
What's next? Spin away. Let's see what we got. We got a plethora of subjects coming our way. Let's see where we land. Ooh. Ejected.
This is called Ejected.
Yep. Not Elected, which was a tune by Alice Cooper.
Ejected. Oh, yeah, this was in that game. These guys, the Hawks guy, Dyson Daniels, he just wanted to get out of the game. They're getting the snot beat out of him. He says, all right, It began with a little punch to the ribs. Let's hope this works out. Punch to the ribs.
Here it comes. Oh, you watch the
and
ref.
he's walking him down. He ain't letting him go.
The ref hits the floor.
No, that's the coach.
Oh, is it coach?
No, yeah, the ref. Here's the coach. Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Mike Brown.
Ooh.
He's about to hit the ground too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes. He goes down.
Look at this kid. Hit him.
Go. So anyway, they got ejected. The Hawks guy looks like a genius because he ain't going to sit there and watch it the rest of the time.
How bad were they getting beat at that point? Were they down by 50?
They're pretty much down by 50 ever since the second quarter, it feels like.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. I like, oh, look at this. Ooh. Yeah.
Right.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yep. Didn't like that at all.
Yeah. Look good. Love that. Yeah. Uh-huh. Beautiful.
Here we go.
All right, let's go, Gurn. Let's see what else we got. That's a good one.
All right. Let's get back at it here.
Anytime, any elbow, anything like that, I'm interested. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to say green.
Chonkers.
Never heard of it.
Chonkers.
What's a chonker?
These are fat dogs. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These are dogs. No, a sea lion. His name is Chonkers.
Okay.
3 times bigger than everybody else, sends other animals fleeing as he captivates California. He's at Pier 39. He's not in a zoo or anything. I mean, all the seals hang out. The only thing that they have a lot of homeless in San Francisco. Got a lot of seals in San Francisco. They hang out there. That's Chonkers right there. You can. I'm surprised his name's not Caden. But he actually is moving other seals around, unlike a big offensive lineman for Alabama.
Like San Francisco, I'm sure they're defecating there on those little platforms and maybe using needles too.
Do that.
Yeah.
All right.
On the street.
All right.
I hear they're cleaning things up in San Francisco. That's just what I hear. I haven't been. I haven't seen it, but
any plans?
No.
Okay.
It's a beautiful area, Barry.
It
I gotta
is
tell you,
nice.
it's a beautiful area.
I've been to San Francisco a couple of times.
Don't plan on going back anytime soon.
No.
All right.
San Jose doesn't count. You've been to San Jose and you did not have a good time there.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
This is good streak.
Good streak. Like
All
the
right.
Phantom. Huh.
All right.
Oh,
yeah. Nick Kurtz, very good players. He has walked at least once in 19 games in a row. Again, another guy. We've got 2 athletics highlights here. Nick Kurtz is a very good player. He has had at least 1 walk in 19 straight games, tying him with Ted Company.
Nice.
Barry Bonds, who used to walk like 4 times a game, is next up there at 20 straight games.
Is that minor league park they're playing in there, it looks like?
Yeah, in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yes, West
Sacktown.
Sacramento.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go.
Sacktown. Okay.
There you
That's
go.
a good one.
All
How
right.
many times have we rarely have anything about the A's? We had 2 today. It's pretty good. All right, blue and red.
This is called maxed out.
Huh. Maxed out. Just a credit card? Maybe.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Who's your horse?
Who's your horse? Oh, the Derby's this weekend.
The Derby's this weekend.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny we get more information on the Kentucky Derby than we did on Talladega? I love the names. Renegade is at 4-1, which was a good song by Styx. Albus. Let me see some of the names. Who we got? Wonder Dean. That's Tom
Puma.
Petey. 30-1. Chief Wallaby. So happy. Right to Party. John, we've got to fight
for your right
to party. Yeah. At
Hey,
30-1.
Did you ever have a pair of Wallaby shoes?
No, but I had a buddy of mine named Perry.
Clark's
who did.
Wallabies. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love my Wallabies. Those
Yeah.
things could smell on you if you wore them with no socks.
You don't wear them without any socks.
Yeah.
You got to wear those big thick socks with those because
I wore them
they're
without
fitted
socks.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Can you still buy Wallabies? Are they still a thing? Well, anyway.
Probably like on eBay or something.
All right. Derby is this. It's a fashion show. Barry,
Okay.
And a bet.
It is. All right. Let's see. We got time for one
think we
more.
can.
Do we have one more?
I believe we do. It's the blue panel, I think. It's the it was maxed out, wasn't
Yep.
it?
I think we're going to have to close it out.
Yeah, maxed out.
Oh, here
we
it is.
go.
Maxed out.
Yeah.
We'll make it official.
Sure. Don't spin
Maxed
it.
out. We'll spin that thing.
What's happening with the maxed out?
Oh, I get it. Tyrese Maxey maxed out. I see what you did. He and
Yeah.
Paul George, Sixers. They looked horrendous when I watched them play against the Celtics, but they've won 2 in a row. Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, playing in Philly.
Ooh, what a move. And he got fouled, but they didn't call it.
And won.
Didn't call it.
Tyrese is a good player. So there we go.
That's it.
Yeah, that didn't make the Phantoms Daily Dog
It
today.
did.
Yeah.
All right, Barry, we're wrapping things up here at Stivers Ford in Montgomery, but that doesn't mean you can't watch us or listen to us anytime you want to. That's the beauty of what we do here at Longshore McKnight. So check it out throughout the day or throughout the weekend on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes. It's all there for you, and yellowhammernews.com. A lot of people watch us there on the yellowhammernews.com Facebook page. All right, Barry, we got a lot going on this weekend. We want to invite everybody to come see our friends here at Stivers Ford, where Price sells cars. It's the month of May, and I'm telling you, May Day savings are underway here at Stivers. Come by and see for yourself.
Yep. Back on Monday, he's John Longshore. I'm Barry McKnight. It's Longshore and McKnight in association with Yellowhammer News, presented by Bud Light.